Welcome to Divine Hand for another soulful, insightful, spiritual message. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Collective. I pre-pulled some cards for our convenience. With that being said, let's dive in. So the oracle card I pulled for this reads divination hour. Signs, synchronicities, and are guiding your path. Okay, so this is a heightened spiritual window where the universe is actively communicating with you. Your intuition is very sharp right now, collective, and you know, and guidance is like coming through symbols, repeated numbers, dreams, songs, chance encounters, and sudden inner knowing. Okay, you are not meant to force clarity at this time. Okay, you are meant to just notice some things. Okay, the answers you seek are already unfolding around you. Okay, in a very consistent way. All right. Those synchronicities are confirmation. Okay, not coincidences. So repeating patterns are validating your current direction. Okay, divination hour suggests divine timing. Events are aligning exactly where they're meant to, where they meant to at that time. Okay, your higher self and spiritual guides are nudging you towards alignment rather than urgency. Okay, pay attention. If you feel pulled without logic, trust the feeling. Okay, the intuition is leading you. Okay, this can indicate like a soul connection or a karmic lesson revealing itself through signs. Okay, um so silence and observation will bring you clarity, that action for right now. Okay, all right, so don't ignore the signs because they make logical sense. Okay, avoid asking the same questions repeatedly. The universe has already answered. Okay, so let's jump right into the tarot, and we'll see what spirit is saying for us. We have the Sun card, and this is a clear divine confirmation here. The universe is illuminating the truth for you. Okay, any signs you've been seeing are real, positive, and meant to be noticed. Okay, nothing here is hidden anymore. Illumination is intentional. Okay, and if we're talking about love, there's a connection, a real mutual genuine connection. Okay, there are strong feelings on both sides, even if they haven't like all been spoken. Any signs you've been seeing about this person are confirmations, not wishful thinking is what I'm getting here. Okay, so collective, some things gonna be illuminated to you regarding love, regarding just your energy overall. Okay, the next card we have, we could be talking about a Leo or Aries. The next card we have is the Four of Wands. This represents alignment, stability, and soul level. Yes, that whatever the question is, collective, the answer is yes. Spirit says, okay. It often shows up when something spiritually supported or meant to be celebrated. Okay, so repeated signs are pointing towards a safe and divinely aligned outcome, not chaos. Okay, and if we're talking about love, this points to emotional safety and long-term potential. There is like a sense of home here with someone. Okay, you can build with, or just feel spiritually anchored to, is what I'm getting. Okay, so this has everything to do with what's being illuminated as far as a home. Okay, as far as alignment, stability, something on a soul level. Okay, the answer is yes. Okay, this is for you, this is aligned for you. The next card we have is the heavy, is 10. I said the heavy burdens. Yeah, so you're releasing heavy burdens. We have the 10 of wands, and you've been carrying mental and emotional weight trying to figure out, things out instead of just trusting in the signs. Okay. So this suggests like a burnout or overthinking. Okay. Divination hour asks you to just stop forcing clarity. Okay. The guidance is already present for you, collective. Okay. And so if we're talking about love, then one or both of you are emotionally exhausted. Maybe your partner, maybe you, collective. Okay. There may be like past baggage, responsibilities, or fears of repeating, old patterns weighing heavy on someone. Okay. On this connection. Okay. So the love lesson here is stop carrying the whole relationship on your shoulders, is what I'm getting. The next card we have is the Two of Cups, and this is a mutual soul connection. Okay, a heartfelt alignment. This could could be romantic, spiritually, or just an agreement between you and your higher self and another person. Okay, synchronicities may be showing up through another person and or mirroring those emotions that you have for them. And if we're talking about love, collective, this is a mutual, a soul bond, right? Feelings are mirrored, even if, circumstances are complicated. The emotional connection itself is balanced and authentic, okay? The next card we have is the Two of Swords, okay? The Two of Swords is the blockage of the intuition, okay? You already know the answer. The answer is yes, collective, okay? But you're pausing, perhaps waiting for, more signs. There's no more signs to be seen, okay? The decision is now internal, okay? And if we're talking about love, this is like a stalemate love. Someone knows how they feel, but the fear is the choice, okay, often due to fear of getting hurt or disrupting stability. Okay, so the universe is like pushing the decision here. Okay. So the next card we have is the King of Cups, okay? And so this is speaking of emotional mastery and needing to master those emotions, compassion, right? And intuitive leadership, okay? So lead with emotional intelligence, not fear. Trust the calm inner voice that you feel steady, okay? Not the anxiety that you feel, not the anxiety. And if we're talking about love, this represents like emotional maturity. Either you or your person's learning to express feelings calmly instead of suppressing them. Okay, love deeply. The love is deepening. Okay, when the emotions are acknowledged, is what I'm getting here. Okay, and then we have the Temperance card. Okay, and so the Temperance card is divine timing and spiritual alchemy. Okay, this is just a major confirmation that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Divinity hour or divination hour is active here. Okay, patience and balance allows the message to land safely. Okay, and if we're talking about love, then divine timing is at work in your love life, right? This connection is not rushed. It's being healed, balanced, and prepared for something more stable, is what I'm getting. Okay, and the last card that we pulled for this message is the Page of Swords. So this message is about curiosity, signs, conversations, observations. Oh, sorry. This card just literally represents watching and noticing. Okay, so just stay alert, collective. Guidance is arriving through words, symbols, and communication. Okay, and if we're talking about love, then a message, a conversation, a check-in, watching from afar. Okay, maybe someone's watching you from afar. Expect communication, or at least signs through words, social media, or unexpected conversations. Okay, um and with that being said, thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.